Somebody call a doctor because bad medicine is back. That's Diamond Dave Damone. This is the Appleton Oak. I'm Mason Quinn. Folks, today it's time to get back to The Bear Season 4. This is episode 7. It's called Bears, but I don't know. I'm just happy to see things worked out for Sid and her dad. Bring me the chaos.
Yeah, that last episode, I mean, obviously, I don't want to say it was calm, but there wasn't anything too crazy. And we know if we've had a few calm episodes, that normally means
You're very calm.
I'm trying to stay calm, dude. I'm trying to stay calm. I feel like we got a tsunami or a tornado coming at us one of these episodes. I don't know.
I see this episode is a healthy 1 hour and 9 minutes.
Oh, Jesus.
Wow.
So, right off the rip, I'm excited. Let's go!
It's gonna be fine.
Oh, no.
Sid's a big Packer fan.
Everything in life is just for a while.
Says who?
Philip K. Dick.
Hey, great author.
Well, he's right. You know, everything ends eventually.
That's the truth. What the fuck is wrong with me?
That pain just running through you a little bit.
That's real shit. I'm being a little fucking asshole.
It's okay to be nervous.
Good, because I am. Are you nervous?
I mean, not about this, obviously, but
What are you nervous about?
tell you later.
I was going to say, can't really share.
That's right. Carmy got a call.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yep. From Shapiro.
I'm gonna throw up.
No.
Oh, jeez.
Fuck,
Stop.
fuck,
No.
fucking shit if I'm
Come
just a
on.
fucking man.
Richie.
Being a fucking baby.
Richie.
Ooh.
By the way, can we just take a second to appreciate how far the relationship has come since season 1?
Since they started. Yeah.
Thank you for coming with me. Let's do this shit.
Yeah, in season 1, did you ever think you'd get a hug between those two? Well, Carmy made it.
Hey.
This is the episode.
Yeah, of course.
Francie Fack. It's going to happen.
I really appreciate you coming. You okay?
Good. Yeah,
Sure? Anxious?
for sure. Very much. Yeah.
Everybody is.
Sure.
No speeches, just a little bit of dancing and
Like, I buy
Pete!
in a garage somewhere.
Why would you keep it? Yeah.
Because I like art.
Because you like art.
Trying
Is
to
this
get him to
another
invest in art.
thing?
Hey, so, what exactly went down with you and Francine?
That bitch knows what the fuck happened.
Oh, come on, tell us.
Damn it.
And you used to work with Frank?
No, he fired me twice.
His mom invited me.
What?
Oh.
What the fuck, dude? What the fuck? You do this shit all the time. You about to get kicked out this fucking wedding?
We.
oh hi.
Hey.
Hon,
There he is.
I can't believe it.
this is my cousin Carmy.
Hey, what's up, man?
Of course.
Hey,
Hold on. So I very. You're asking me to invest in it?
Pete, exactly what the fuck?
Yeah, there he is.
Oh my God, is this going to be in the format of like fishes?
Have you worked with these guys before?
Didn't feel like work.
John Mulaney's so good.
And I always have your back. But this attitude is exactly why things like this they give people the shits.
So what are you talking
Family fucking things.
So they're teasing us. Oh,
Oh my God.
Oh,
here?
talk about bringing in the ringers.
Oh no.
Free Larson.
Brie Larson?
Seconds. I'm 10 seconds
I knew it. You called it. You called it.
Goddamn mind.
You
Holy
called
shit.
it. Brought in a ringer.
Wow.
I know what that looks about. I don't like it.
You can apologize whenever.
No.
You know that?
Well, I'm Francie fucking Fack. Well, why? You fucking bitch.
Oh, that's off to a
Oh.
firecracker start.
No, congrats to you. We hear the Bears like amazing.
That's very nice.
Not that we're allowed, so
What?
keep saying that we can't come until it's
So it's perfect.
Oh,
He thought he meant something else.
Yeah.
he's okay, right?
yeah, you'd be proud.
What a good cover by Carmy.
Carmy. Telling the story.
Oh, Clear Bear. Oh, my God.
Oh.
This. Oh,
There she
yes.
is. Hot off selling a house.
I'm sure that's what I gotta go to after this house. I have so many feelings of what could happen and what could not happen right now.
Is that Weezer they're playing?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Is there any reason why they shouldn't bum me out right here?
Yeah.
That seems like a real happy kid.
Ooh, okay, that's helpful perspective for
Yeah.
him. 'Cause he's looking at the overall.
Yeah, like without me.
Oh, yes, she came back. Oh, dude, this is fishes. Oh.
Is there going to be a
no.
car getting driven through the living room?
One would hope not.
Hi.
All right, there it is.
That's what that felt like.
This is
Are you
going to be
good?
my face the whole time.
Oh,
guys.
that question.
Oh, yep, but okay.
Oh.
Oh, and walks. And okay, better to walk away.
Yeah.
Walk away.
She's like, shit. Yeah. 'Cause maybe this is the opposite of fishes. Maybe we get a lot of
Dude, this whole
fixing.
thing is a powder keg. Just wait.
Do you know Frank?
Nope.
Exactly. I'm a stranger.
Just talking. Frank's like,
There are a lot of Berzados here. Everyone came.
Spooky is selling what now?
I thought he was fixing motorcycles.
Oh, okay. I thought he was selling them.
Well, a little bit of both.
It's a surprise.
See,
On there right now.
I love.
It's gonna be sweet.
What does this usually end up like?
Oh.
Here's one way to look at it. It's really fun.
Oh boy, Frank is so nervous.
It's a lot of people with unique personalities that feel things
Experience life intensely.
tense.
So everything's.
Gonna be fine.
You've been to these before, though, right?
Every chance I get.
Yeah.
Every chance.
We're wearing the same shit.
What the hell are you doing here, man?
Oh.
Oh.
Congrats.
Mom!
so his family's got some drama too. So yep.
I think maybe we should have told him like the direct truth.
That he's bugged? There's no warning that can sum up what this is gonna be.
I know, but he's just like such a sweet soul.
So was
Oh no!
But you're still here. You like want it.
Oh.
You get up high up.
If they didn't bring it, I'd be a little heartbroken.
He's
They
just.
didn't bring it.
So good.
Right now.
They look.
She's just upstairs.
I mean, it's very good. Thank you so much for coming.
By the way, I totally get the vibe. She's really not into this kind of wedding because she even highlighted I only know 25%,
Yeah.
which
I'm gonna
is
totally miss it.
unique for me.
Sometimes you just got to make an appearance, folks. Just show up, say hi, and it's better to just duck out.
So she's really not coming.
Gave her an easy out.
I'm really sorry.
Thank you.
Gave her an easy out.
Some guy in Boulder.
Is she working?
I don't know.
Oh, honey.
Everybody's got something that's fucked. Basically, seems like.
Maybe it's better like this.
Because it's
Okay.
like this feeling of, what's the word I'm looking for?
I know. It's not exactly dread.
Fubar.
To be in a shitty mood because you can blame everything on her.
Yep.
But then, like, it's like a lot of excuses.
Yeah.
This whole dialogue is wild. This is so like vaguely specific.
Was the word I was looking for apprehension?
That works.
She's not happy.
She misses Richie.
I'm sorry, she's not coming.
Well, okay, sorry. I should clarify, not happy about this
I'm
situation.
projecting. She doesn't want this wedding, Oak. She wants Richie. Wants Richie to fight for her.
No, I don't think that's it.
We still have a double D to contend with. Let's not.
Dee Dee.
Oh, yes.
Hello, Angel.
Yeah.
This guy.
I saw a kid who had a hot chocolate.
You want me to get you a hot chocolate? Yeah.
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 Who's this kid who took your hot chocolate?
He wasn't very nice.
You can bring that fucking kid right here and I will punch him in the fucking nuts.
Oh,
they're still going.
It wasn't even your house.
that's not chocolate.
Wasn't your house.
Do I have to break this up and separate you two ladies? Ted's got a girlfriend now.
Yes, it's Kelly, by the way.
Hey, Kelly. I love the vibe. That's you. Shut up. No. Fuck you.
These two hooked up.
You two did not hook up.
Oh.
Oh, that's what it was?
Wait, is that what the fight's over? If so, that's. Do I know? Was that? I think I know that guy. That. Phil, was that you? You don't even watch our channel. I got to come back to that.
Oh, he's freaking out again.
Yeah.
Look who it is.
Hi.
They got some Bodines in the background.
Hi, Bear.
The pride of Milwaukee.
Oh,
They from
off to a good start.
You look.
Oh, yeah, Tiff.
Oh, yeah, no, and you've met Frank.
Yeah, you're so nice.
What a deflect that was.
Yeah, a lot of old faces.
Yeah.
And little Sophie, I mean, you're an uncle.
Huh?
Uh-oh.
You're an uncle?
Yeah, no, I never thought about
Is he having a small panic attack?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
the pictures you
I was hoping
you wanted.
see you.
Carmy.
Yeah.
You're supposed to help them with the shit they're looking for you.
Huh?
Hey.
Hey.
Uh-oh.
Is Richie saving the day here?
No.
They're waiting for you.
In the kitchen.
Sid and Carmy, that...
It's time to go.
Okay.
They're looking for you. You gotta go.
All right. I'll be back.
He's great.
Oh, yeah, really good.
Was that an intentional?
Oh, absolutely it
100%.
was.
That was a bailout.
Yeah.
That was a just top tier bailout there.
Try to be healthier.
Oh, yeah, sure. I get that.
No fun.
No fun.
You work for Carmen?
Sydney works with Carmen. She's a fucking gangster in the kitchen.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Sorry?
I don't know.
Oh.
Frank, hey, this is Sydney.
Frank's gonna ask for.
Hey, can I borrow you for a minute? Sorry to interrupt.
No.
He needs his help. They're gonna team up.
I can't go through with this.
He's gonna ask him how he handles
these
the
two
family.
These two.
Yeah,
Hug you.
sure,
Just,
okay.
you know. I just need a little hug.
Yeah.
Poor Sid.
Well,
He's
Sid
freaking
needs
out.
a hug.
Yeah.
Looking good, Rich.
Shut the fuck up, Kyle.
Slow down.
I need your help.
It's like us with the answer. Oh, T Swift.
Oh, she's hiding out. Doesn't want to take part.
What do you think? You want to hang out with us for a little bit? You need anything? Want some snacks?
I'm not hungry in this second.
How long's she been under there? I don't know. Like maybe it's just like all this wedding shit. What does that mean? It makes people act goofy.
Like me in the alley.
Yeah.
It might be the dance. What dance? It's just she and I are supposed to do this
A father-daughter dance?
stepfather-daughter dance. Yes.
Oh.
You can't be looking like this, right? That kid's gonna eat you alive if she sees you shitting your pants like this. Just nervous, man.
This is great. Look at Richie coach him up.
Everybody.
And Richie now
he
knows.
was the nervous one.
Richie now knows he has the confidence to.
Yep. Everything Jess said is pretty much on point.
Yeah. He just had to see it for himself now. Yeah, then oh, is this. No.
Oh, Lee! It's Lee!
What?
What? He just said what? He just said fucking what?
What are you doing here? Celebrating a wedding.
No, I mean, like, who the fuck invited you?
Your mom.
D? Oh, +1.
We're just friends.
Brother's gone, you move in.
Nope.
Well, that was a big information drop there.
Yeah.
I think this episode's going to bring some healing eventually for a lot of these characters.
When'd you quit?
A couple months ago. You?
I haven't yet. How's the restaurant going? I've heard good things.
I'm glad to hear it.
Are you?
Last time I saw you was at the funeral.
Oh, he saw him in his car.
Saw him outside.
I saw you walk out.
You didn't tell anybody?
Nobody.
How come?
No, I figured it's your way to process.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting him to say that.
Process whatever.
I wasn't around.
He's going to open up to Uncle Lee.
I left everybody else to deal with everything.
You didn't deserve to be there. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, something like that.
Well, that's new to me.
Yeah.
That was the feeling.
That's stupid.
Okay.
That's a strong word, but I think he's coming from like a tough love angle. Like, don't beat yourself up.
God, you were always such a prick.
And?
I'm surprised you were there, that's all.
Well, Mikey and I became pretty good friends when you weren't around.
Ooh, that almost is like an insult. But the truth, maybe.
So what, you guys would just hang out, throw shit at each other?
Works.
I'd go over there to see your ma. Mikey'd be there and we'd hang out, and he told me everything about you. It sounded great.
That would make sense because he seems to know a lot
Yeah.
about Carmy.
So you guys were suddenly just cool.
I think I was suddenly not trying to be his dad. And your ma and I were old friends.
Well.
Yeah, can I say something?
Oh, no. Here we go.
Your ma, there's a lot of pain in there.
Yeah, no shit.
But she's learning to talk about it before it builds up.
Wow.
But I think you leaving was a smart thing to do. And I don't think you should bust your own balls over it. I'm sure it's not easy.
What a conversation we're having here. This is
Well, and Carmy needed
wild.
to hear this too.
Yeah. And the last person he would expect to hear it from.
Yeah.
One of the last.
I'm glad she's doing better.
And I would never tell you to go visit her.
Yeah.
But you should. It's fine.
It's nice that you and Mikey were cool. You would really talk about me?
All the time.
Name one thing?
One thing? One thing?
Just one?
He told me you made something with ants. You worked at the best restaurant in the world. Twice.
Yeah, I believe you.
He told me he was proud of you.
Carmy needed that so bad.
This scene, guys. Wow, this is so next level. This is wow.
Thanks for not telling me to go visit her.
Thanks for the shitty gum.
That was absolutely awesome.
What a master class. Both these guys.
Oh, I didn't realize how much I needed that. As much as Carmy. Well, Carmy needed it more, but
Yeah, you know, I worked there once.
I still feel like that. Whoa.
Yeah, well, I don't know if you ever stop feeling that.
Isn't it so wild? Sid's talking to Carmy's mom right now, and Carmy
This
no
whole episode's
relationship.
wild.
And Sid never knew her mom, and
they are
Can people check?
this is,
connecting.
Yeah.
This is so.
I'll be honest. Sometimes I like the noise. Is that crazy? It's a little crazy.
All a little crazy. I loved seeing the same people every day.
No, I get it. I'm there with you.
I tried to explain this to a kid.
Yeah.
What kind of coworker is Carmen?
Oh, God.
He's great. He works really hard, cares. I went to New York a few years ago. I wanted to eat his food so badly, you know. Hands down, the best meal of my life.
She's telling her.
He's good at what he does.
And you guys are very close.
Oh, I think so.
You see, that's exactly what I was talking about. Isn't that strange?
Does she?
Sometimes your work family is closer to you than your family.
Oh, here we go.
Sometimes I feel like your work family is like part of your family, though. You know? Like.
Family.
Yeah, if you're lucky.
She's like a stick of dynamite right now.
Who?
Donna.
No, she's.
I'm gonna head out. Oh, so will you cover me?
Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
Donna's been in the moment, but then she gets to a point where she's.
You're like, all
She has. I gotta go. I gotta
yeah,
go.
because Carmy's so much closer with all these people at work than he is with her, and that's when that's when it started to go off the rails for her.
I didn't take it as going off the rails.
Well, she was gonna if she hung around there any longer.
I didn't get that vibe.
You got to get back under there. Yeah, but just like take a breath, all right?
Yo.
Hey.
Oh no.
What's the situation?
I'm being stupid. I
I can't even get her out from under a table, Claire Bear.
Why is she under a table?
God, he calls her Claire Bear.
What's it about?
It's, I don't know. It's like,
He's as nervous as Richie was outside.
Yeah.
every time she comes home from spending time with you.
Here we go.
All she can do is talk about it.
He can't live up to it.
Yep.
You're a great dude, and you're an amazing father, and I don't want to get in the way of that because I love you, man, and I want this.
Oh.
I want to be able to get her out from under the table, and I want her to like me a little bit too.
Just a little bit.
Every time I drop her off at your house, I fucking hug that kid like I'm never gonna see her again, right? Like I'm gonna get phased out. And every time
here's his side.
Yeah.
you drop her off at my house or I come and pick her back up, all she can do is talk about Frank. It drives me fucking nuts.
I'm loving the honesty between these two.
Yeah.
Get back under there. Try again.
He's giving him the honors.
Okay. All right.
Is that true?
Fuck no.
Got me.
Yeah.
No, it's not happening. It's not happening. Claire, you want to give it a try?
Yeah, okay, honored. Wish me luck.
Hi.
This will be good. All right.
What do you?
Why didn't you tell me you have a girlfriend? Why didn't you tell me you have a girlfriend?
Because you've never been nice to any of our girlfriends.
Yeah, I'm supposed to. That's my job.
That's your
Girlfriend.
job. You scare them.
I know. It's because I want to get to know them better.
What?
Kelly is the real thing.
He's
I
gonna
don't think
propose?
so.
I thought he was just gonna tell her.
Get your head in the game, though, okay?
Okay. It is.
Okay.
My head's in the game.
It's not. It never was. But it's time now.
Okay.
Neil Jeff like he was gonna break there for a minute.
She left.
Thank God.
I honestly thought we were gonna get more, but now let's get these two.
It was totally fine.
Good.
Yeah.
Hey, so I got a phone call.
Okay.
She'd like to see you both.
No. She'd like to see you both.
Was it nice seeing her, or?
I'm glad she seems okay, you know?
I think she just wanted to know how you were, you know?
Oh, shit.
Sorry.
Hey, how are you?
Hi, roommate.
This guy's such an MVP.
Stevie and Michelle, they let me stay on their couch when I was in New York.
Yeah, 3 a.m., comes home, smelling like a psychopath.
Mm-hmm. I think it's the specific, more like restaurant.
This is
like the
restaurant smell.
Oh, the most cigarettes ever?
John's delivery.
I quit, actually.
You quit smoking?
He did.
Congrats, man. Was it
Thank
hard?
you. It was hard.
It was. It is.
Yeah.
I owe you forever.
You owe us. No, you owe me because I stayed and Michelle left. You owe me a dinner.
Okay.
Michelle gets nothing. I saw you met Donna. I think she's skedaddled with Lee.
She left.
She was with Lee?
Who's Lee?
And I don't know who he is.
You see?
Oh gosh.
We're both here.
John Mulaney's
The
crushing
table
it as
got a
his
lot
character.
bigger.
It did.
Both here, baby.
Too many people up there.
I'm like, get your no. I wouldn't like
Let's just be down here. It's so fun to hang out down here. We definitely don't have to dance down here.
Just stay under there.
And call this riot.
He's like, do I even ask or do I let this one go?
Claire. He doesn't know Claire's under there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, hey, Lauren.
Yeah. Here we go.
Uncle Carmy, can you say?
Oh, honey, I'll sit down.
I don't know how much bigger this table can get.
She's nervous.
Oh, okay.
Fighting? I can hear you.
Hey, Shiv.
Everyone's gonna be under this table now.
Hi, everyone. What's going on?
Just hanging out.
Seriously.
Oh my.
Hi, Auntie Francis.
Hi, honey. It's actually really cool down here.
Okay, guys.
I guess I'm sad about my dog dying.
Hey, Jonathan died like 3 years ago, and you didn't even really like him.
You scared about something else?
I saw them go under you.
Oh, the facts.
This is fire.
Oh, we got to get the whole family
Yeah.
here.
Sit down.
Full
Sit down.
name Kelly.
Yeah.
Full name, Callie.
I mean, I'm scared all the time.
Stevie in here?
So is Uncle Carmy. Right, Carmy?
Yeah.
Get scared, Carmy?
Yeah, honey, Carmy is very scared.
Work it in, Claire.
Hey, what are you guys?
No, it's good.
Where's the perspective? It's
Yeah.
the same table.
Hi, Auntie Cindy.
Hi, I'm Francine Fad.
Oh, no.
Hey, hi.
Sid almost gave it away.
Hi. Hi. Hi, baby. Why don't we all go around and say what we're afraid of?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm horrified of bees.
Okay. I thought that could have, went at a shot at Carmy or,
Yeah.
In general, just artificial intelligence. Frank? I'm afraid of heights.
I'm afraid of like big dogs.
Roman Reigns?
I'm afraid of enclosed spaces. Like, I got like 2 minutes top.
The gradual collapse of the planet and all the infrastructure.
Okay. I was gonna say it's dark. It's
That's dark.
I am afraid of best friends betraying me.
Oh, here we go. It's these two that were doing it.
My biggest fear is friends betraying me. I am afraid of losing people that I love.
I'm afraid of every disease.
Stevie.
Lou.
Yeah.
I get a shot for Sid.
I think of messing stuff up. That's scary to me.
But also a great learning tool, so.
I'm afraid of
Commitment.
Pete, under the table, under here.
Oh, good, Pete.
Pete.
Way to go, Pete.
Oh, what the fuck?
Just an hour. You three say what you're afraid of.
Capers.
I'm afraid of spiders.
Running out of creativity.
He hits him.
Harm? Yeah, Carm.
Yeah.
Every time he gets bailed out.
Yep.
Well, what's like the opposite of chaos? It's
Calm.
I think it would be math. What about you, Evie?
I'm afraid of dancing.
I was ready for something really heavy.
Yeah.
Terrified of dancing too, so I get
Yeah, and you don't have to do it, baby. If you don't want to dance, we don't have to dance.
What if she wants to dance with Richie?
I gotta get a photo of this though.
Yeah. Scooch over there. Scooch over there. Scooch right there.
Oh, Carmy with the, do you see that?
Here we go.
I don't have any space.
Personally, I think a video would have been much
Oh.
better, but photos work too.
You see? That was nothing.
That was tough.
Yeah, well, you know.
Oh, there's more moments in life.
Yep.
Don't worry.
They're so pretty.
Oh, Neil, that's so nice.
I didn't say anything.
I just heard you say it.
I said that Claire Bear was here. But Claire Bear's here.
Oh.
You disappeared.
Yeah. We doing this.
Well, it's because my dad had a.
Yeah. All right, Sid. It's time to.
He's not in the know.
Yeah.
Hey, James.
Jimmy, I will rule you.
You and that fucking tweaked out line cook pal of yours, you're a pair of fucking idiots.
Tweaked out line cook.
Very idiots.
This Frank character was a pretty fucking nice guy too, right?
He's saying it too.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm okay.
I still feel bad for Richie. All right, can we just have a normal
Oh,
conversation?
they're seated together.
Natalie? Yes, Francine. What?
Is she gonna apologize?
I think about you a lot. I bet. I do miss you. Really hope that you're happy and that you have someone who loves you.
Wow.
So they did have like an actual relationship.
Yeah.
I think about you too.
Right?
How smart you are, how hard you work. And I just think, holy shit, she's probably doing something great.
Or is it just a deep friendship they had?
I gotta tell you something. I think I'm gonna tell Kelly I love her.
Okay, it was love.
Yes. Should I? Is that weird? Where now is it love? Today's the day. Today's the day.
You ever been to Kyoto, James? William Friedkin, who tells this, you know who that is?
course I know what the fuck that is.
Yeah, fucking G.
The fucking G.
I don't know who it is.
I don't.
Decides to visit some famous garden in Kyoto. And he gets there, no flowers, no trees or nothing, just a few rocks and a bunch of comb sand.
Ah, it's the
picture.
Yeah, the picture.
But I'm like standing here really grateful because I think I've been looking at this all wrong.
Well, here we go.
You're not one of the rocks?
I think I'm the sand, man.
Jimmy's impressed.
Okay.
Some deep thinking.
Come on, let's smoke.
Lead the way, grasshopper.
You want to maybe try to be friends? Yeah. You won't fuck me over. No, I will not. You know, if you do fuck me over, I will fucking kill you.
Listen, if you fuck me over, then I will kill you.
Okay, well.
What? That quick?
You said you want something to tell me.
You said it.
I
By the way, this is like CM Punk's hair now.
Basically.
I love you. Like a crazy amount.
I love you too.
Ah, there we go.
All right.
There we go. Love is all around. Love is all around.
This is the place to do it.
Sid told me about our dad.
Yeah, scary.
Yeah, I'm glad you were there.
Oh, this music.
I'm really surprised you're here. Shouldn't you be at work?
It's Sunday.
Closed today.
Sunday.
Yeah. He tried, Claire. He tried.
He tried to get out of it.
I'm trying to participate more.
An important step.
Is it?
Yeah. Well, maybe the most important.
They used this song in another episode, but it was the Eddie Vedder version.
Ah.
You finished your residency.
How did you know that? You spying on me?
Yes. Yeah.
I have my spies.
No. Ted told me.
Yeah, the facts keep him very up to date.
You doing all right? Carm, I mean, like, how are you doing generally?
Getting there. You?
Getting there.
And that's it. It is done.
When Sugar called me about Michael, I was working, I was on the line, and I didn't want to think about it, so I put my hand on the burner.
That's how he got the scar.
Oh.
I didn't think that it was.
Trying to tell people things.
Terrifying.
He's had more growth in one season than the first 3.
It's exactly what he needs.
Okay.
Ah, is there hope? I was thinking it was done.
Okay, what else?
That gave me hope. Saying it will work in the long run, but hey.
Hoping to get a dance with a gorgeous young lady.
She's not really in a dancing mood today.
I was actually hoping to take my first spin with the other gorgeous young lady.
Be good.
Be good.
Good.
Thank you so much for coming.
What's the matter?
The scary part of the divorce was I thought I was going to lose you and everybody.
What do you mean?
My family's such a mess.
Your family.
I don't have anybody here, and the
Yeah.
Berzanos are like a family to me.
Oh my God, well, that is a horrific fucking notion, I'll tell you that.
You're really important to me. And if I lost the Bears, I don't.
Unfortunately for you, you're a bear forever. My condolences.
Yeah.
No, they're all still tight, which is nice. I mean, obviously, because everyone's there, but.
What is it?
What's Sugar gonna
Man, I
tell
feel like,
Neil it's okay?
I feel like we got more Pete than we have in this episode than we have any other season.
Yeah.
You're not like in love with her.
No, babe.
Okay. Just a deep, friendly
Not
relationship.
anymore.
I was way off on that.
Well, there was so much chaos going on in their dialogue. Like, how could you even, make heads or tails?
Do you want to dance?
It's a good way to participate.
Come on, Oak, give it up for potential love.
Guy, I never had a doubt in my mind. Never any doubt.
Wanted to know what I said? Potential.
No, look, when it comes to romance, your instincts are just fucking broke, dude.
Refrigerators were the thing you were the most afraid of.
Refrigerators.
Swing and a miss.
You don't dance like, dude.
You don't.
What
Nose
do
love.
you think you're fucking watching right there?
Nose love.
I haven't said anything all episode. Giving me that.
Oh no, I don't see it, guys. I don't see a way they can work it out.
Well, it's not going to work out.
They
so
just gave it to us.
All right, she's gonna ask to dance.
Okay, I'll try it.
Hey.
Only for 1 minute.
Sure.
Yeah.
1 minute.
You never told me what you're nervous about.
Just a decision.
Oh, here we go.
Okay. You think the right one?
I haven't made it yet.
I don't know. I think there's only one. You know.
That's usually how.
I think there was only one.
Now sign the paperwork.
Yeah.
Fucking let it breathe for a minute, man.
Oh, she's let it breathe.
I mean,
we're in like the 12th hour here.
Yeah, oh, we don't have to worry about it at the wedding.
Well, yeah, but
well, she's got her phone.
She's got
with
a
her.
couple more hours. Yeah. Oh gosh, Dice
trying to sell you some paintings.
Can't believe we're getting so much happiness.
And here I
So
thought we
rare.
were getting a
For now,
tsunami or a tornado or
still time.
it's
there we
a
go.
Tsunami of emotions, I guess,
Richie
is all.
Tiff dancing.
Oof, that's tough.
Oh, making a mistake, Tiff.
Donuts.
Oh,
wow.
Happiest episode in the history of the Bear.
Happiest episode ever in the Bear.
Like not even close. Just blew it away.
Like I don't. Where do we even start? Should we? All right. You know, I know where we should start. The reveal that we have all been waiting for, and how fast that just came. I don't know about you guys, but that came out like real fast.
Well, and they were just shotgunning their dialogue so fast. I'm like trying to catch it. Okay, well, what does that mean? What does that mean? What was their relationship they had? Were they friends? Were they girlfriends? What was going on? So yeah, that was some fast dialogue there. I said they had to go big with whoever it was going to be.
mean, we were talking, the end of the last episode. You kind of clocked it like, look, after all this, they need to bring in somebody huge. You referenced Cher
from Mamma Mia.
Mamma Mia.
Too.
Where here, of course, Brie Larson. That's they went pretty big there.
Yeah.
And wow, did she deliver?
Yeah.
But the huge bomb that got dropped on us is that she had a relationship with Sugar, and then things didn't work out, and then they were best friends.
Yeah, like they talked about, like you left me at a bus station, or you were drunk, and like I said, they were shotgunning the dialogue so fast.
So it seemed like something they were together, and then somebody left somebody, and look, we found out the relationship, or at least they hooked up. We don't know if they had a relationship, but they were friends who at least hooked up and then weren't friends. But in any regard,
we're using the term hooked up very loosely.
Well,
because we don't know the terms of the hookup.
Well, hookup, it could mean they, maybe
Hold
for
hands.
a short period.
Maybe had a dance where they pressed their noses together like a couple of puppies.
Something like that. But yeah, I mean, what a reveal after how many episodes and so much Francine fact talk. And look, I love that they went very, very big as far as the caliber of actress that we had brought in with Brie Larson, obviously a mega superstar.
In the back of my head, I was like, I wonder if they're going to get Jennifer Lawrence. That's who I was thinking they might get.
Yeah, that
because I was trying to think like who are the big stars right now that would fit in this age
demographic. It would have been tough. I think maybe Margot Robbie's a little old. I don't know. I mean, probably a few years old, and I don't know. But who knows? Like you look at you have Amanda Seyfried. I mean, there's it could have been anybody, but yeah, they went.
But because she's won an Oscar, hasn't she? Has Brie, or is that Jennifer Lawrence?
I'd have to.
I don't know. I don't believe.
In any regard,
so many awards that get thrown around.
Yeah, top level actors for sure. And that
don't matter.
And that was a fun surprise.
She's an Avenger, dude. Like what? They brought in. Just so we're clear here, we brought in John Cena, Peacemaker, and amongst a million other things. And we brought in an Avenger here.
The cameos that they've been able to pull, as you all know, have just been absolutely phenomenal. Just out of nowhere, at least for me.
Yeah.
Especially like John Cena. We were talking like in the last review, like mainly you, but just high expectations now of who is going to be Francie Fack.
Yeah.
So to me, I thought they nailed it out of the park here.
Yeah, and I liked how they had enough chaos with those two, but not enough to where it ruined Tiff and Frank's day.
Right here in the beginning, when she said "fuck you" or whatever she said
they were
there,
really
because
letting it rip.
they got some attention of the folks. I'm like, oh, okay, so they're gonna ruin shit when we would think it'd be some other people that would ruin shit.
Yeah. Well, and like I said, the thing with Dee, now I know you and I disagree with how we thought the conversation with Dee and Sydney was going. I thought it was really good until, Sydney was talking about the restaurant, talking about how Carmy is with the folks there, treating them as family, even more so than his real family, because he doesn't talk to his mom. And I think that really hurt Dee. But I think the old version of her would have gone off like the stick of dynamite. I think this one, she was able to contain it and just, okay, I'll see myself out.
Yeah. If you go, you can see the exact moment where I agree with you on that one. I think she knew she was going to walk away, but I think there was a moment where like that jealousy kicked in, that family jealousy kicked in, and she was like, I'm going to head out. And I think it was like she knew she was upset and that like, okay, something is building here. And I'm gonna walk and I'm gonna take a deep breath, which for her, given the fact that we saw her literally drive a car through a living room and how bad that meltdown was in Fishes, or was it Forks?
Fishes. Forks was Richie's episode.
Yeah, Richie's episode during Fishes.
Or wait,
yeah. I mean, I think this was a massive step forward, and I think that's what this whole episode was about. And look, the first thing I'm going to say is this was we've been doing this channel, what, 6 years now? 6 years? This in the ballpark is 6 years. 5 years for reactions, yeah. This was one of the best written, scripted, whatever you want to call it, and acted episodes of television or anything produced on a screen, film that I think I've ever seen. And the dialogue that we had between each individual character, we talked about that so many times before. We've had some just really powerful monologues that we've seen, with Carmy and some of the other people at the support group meetings and stuff like that. And we've had so much, one-on-one dialogue that has been so impactful throughout this series. And they gave it to us here with so many different characters that we love. And I just think this episode was beyond brilliant. And it was so crazy that, I've seen all the comments of people saying, oh, we can't wait till you see Fishes and Forks and stuff like that. But for this episode, for me, not that those weren't phenomenal, because those were also very high up there. This is the top for me. I thought this was so beautifully done.
Well, the individual dialogues back and forth that you hit on, I think are what important, to kind of narrow it down from like just a broad overview. I think those individual stories and dialogues that you brought up were all so good because everybody had one. I mean, the stuff with Richie and Frank was great. I mean, the stuff between Carmy and Claire was, of course, good. Sydney and Donna here I thought was really good because it almost gave Sydney a little peek into what Carmy and everybody else has been going through. And it gave Donna kind of like an outside perspective of somebody who's not necessarily going to have an opinion of her one way or the other already.
Well, and the thing with Sid and Donna is when she was taught, you could see like, oh God, Jamie Lee Curtis was so good here. So was Sid, but Jamie Lee Curtis was so good. When she was talking about how her son was one of the best in the world, it's like, Donna realizes they had some fucked up stuff go on in their family.
But that was a proud mom moment.
Hearing somebody else say that. I went to New York just to eat one of his meals, and he's one of the best in the world. And sometimes when it's, when it's your family or people close to you, just somebody you grew up with, they're just always that person to you. And sometimes having somebody on the outside say like, hey,
literally just met.
This is a privilege for me to be, in this position with a family member of yours. And so I thought it was so powerful. For me, the big one though that was the most powerful was Carmy and Lee.
Yeah.
And
which was very
he's talking
surprising.
about his brother, and look, sometimes, and everybody responds differently to to different types of words of encouragement or advice or everything like that. And Lee danced this line between, I'm not going to bullshit you, I'm not going to sugarcoat this, and you need to hear this, and you need to hear it real and raw. Because I think, when somebody like in Carmy's position, think about being the top chef in the world and how many people kiss your ass just to kiss your ass, right?
Yeah, to be able to hear the truth is
and
probably
you
a rare thing.
you start questioning, like, okay, are people just doing this because they have ulterior motives or whatever? And Lee is telling, like, don't be so hard on yourself. Don't put so much pressure on yourself. And he told him, like, your brother spoke highly of you. And then he called him out. Like, that was a really well-written moment.
And
Called him
Lee
out.
had the stories.
Name one thing he said, because I think he thought Lee was just, blowing smoke up his ass. Oh, your brother talked good. And then Lee just started going off on stuff that you could tell was just very, very intimate stories between Carmy and his brother. And it was such a powerful moment, and gosh, I don't think I've seen Bob Odenkirk like that ever,
he's had some pretty powerful moments in Saul and Breaking Bad, but not
like this level of emotion. And I just thought it was so brilliant. And I've said it before, I'll say it another million times. Like, again, of all the stuff we watch, Jeremy Allen White is, tier one as far as a talented actor, and he makes you just every word just feels so genuine, and he's done such an amazing job with the show and that whole conversation. But all of them,
Yeah. Well, did you expect Lee to be the one to tell it to him straight? I didn't see that coming. I wasn't expecting Lee to be the guy to set Carmy straight a little bit.
No, so I don't know if it was like really to set him straight as much as it was to help give him comfort and a little bit of closure, and to kind of in a different way too. He helped slightly mend whatever anguish he has towards Lee. Because if we saw how you called it out right away, you laughed at it when Lee walked in. Carmy goes, "What?" And then he started pushing line. He's like, "You've always been such a prick, right?"
Yeah, and he talked about the brother dying, and he moves in.
Yeah, because now Lee pretty much admitted, "Yep, I am."
Yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm. And as the further the conversation went, and it turned into Mike, and Lee had all that stuff to back up what he was saying, and then that's what got Carmy to be like, wow, so maybe you are really telling me the truth about everything. So I think it was helpful to have that conversation as well. That scene, there was many scenes in here, but this is one of the scenes of this episode, maybe even of the season, because I, as an audience member, wasn't expecting these two to have that exchange. I just came in with my head thinking, oh, we're gonna get disasters. But then, as you heard me say during the reaction, if it made the cut, maybe this episode might be turning out to mend some fences. But,
well, and I think the big thing too with this is that the folks who needed to hear stuff, it doesn't necessarily come from family. Richie needed to hear it from Jess. Carmy needed to hear it from Lee. I mean, family, but, loosely, he does not see him every day. Mm-hmm. Frank needed to hear what he needed to hear from Richie, and almost kind of vice versa. Now, Richie said he was bullshitting him a little bit, but,
that was
regardless.
Which was awesome,
yeah. But it's like the fact that they needed to kind of hear it, an outside perspective, and I think that's part of that. They're in that kitchen all the time. They're in that pressure cooker all the time, and kind of step out, I think, was big.
Well, and also to hear from Lee that he has been going to meetings 3 times a week. He's trying to get better, right? Mm-hmm. So that was actually impressive to hear too, and to actually hear that after that night, Fish's night, that he and Mike were able to
they patch it up,
and then move forward. And I felt like Carmy there. I'm like, that would have been my exact reaction.
I'd be like, come on.
Yeah, bullshit, So I'm glad they were able to keep that natural reaction there, because Carmy said, and here's another thing real quick, too. I know I'm kind of cutting myself off there, but Carmy, the way, I can't remember the exact verbiage, but he felt that other people had to take care of the situation, that he wasn't there, and he felt guilty and didn't need to be there. And that's where I'm glad, like you guys were saying, Lee came in and said, you essentially, paraphrasing, don't be so hard on yourself. And I like how angry he actually got at Carmy for thinking that. Like
Yeah.
I wasn't ready for that either. So that moment was pretty big there, at least in my eyes.
And it was big for Lee too that he saw Carmy at the funeral and
That
didn't
was
say
huge.
anything to anybody. Just he's like, hey, that wasn't my place.
That was
big, too.
huge as well. And I think that Carmy realized like, hey, this is a guy who, despite some of the things I might think about him, like he, there's certain things where he just gets it, and it's the one thing that we've said a lot throughout the course of this show, and I guess it was unexpected, is like how relatable so much of this stuff feels, doesn't it? Like it's just, some of the conversations about family and
a lot of
relationships,
it's kind of turned up to 11 a little bit, for TV. I think
just hearing Tiff talk about like, God, it's like you.
Depending on your situation,
you listen to Tiff talk, and she's like, "Oh, my family's such a fucking mess," and like you look at the Berzatos,
well, Jimmy,
and it's like
Jimmy's like,
and it's like. And they think they're a mess, and it just like, I'll be honest, guys, like, and I don't talk about it too much. I got some messy family shit. I know some other close friends that you think like, oh man, your family must be perfect, and then like once you really sit down and decide you're gonna peel back those layers, you're like, oh, your family's got some fucked up shit too. And then like it's like once one person is able to like peel back their layers, you start looking around like, fuck, I'm not alone. And it's like, yeah, I don't wish that other people have family problems, but the fact that like the things that you think are unique to you, because growing up as a kid, like, man, a lot of times people don't put their family problems out there, especially I will say like pre-social media, a lot of times you had no idea what was going on, and you just looked at the people next door and like, oh, my family's fucked. Every holiday there's a fight, somebody ruined Christmas, somebody was 5 minutes late, somebody did this or that, and you think the neighbors are perfect, and lo and behold, nope. Everybody's got a
Berzato.
Everybody's got a Berzato story, and it's just
yeah. And we got the scene on here right now. I did like the scene where everybody got underneath the magically expanding table, which was a lot of fun. But I like how they got a lot of length, and it got bigger that way too. But when it was just Evie underneath there,
go back just for the sake of humor, man. I don't mean to cut you off, but I just want to see like the first time they crawled under, because yes, it could be perspective. It was a long table, but it looked like it kept getting higher and wider.
Like right there. Yeah, like look how narrow it is, but again, maybe perspective, but I don't know. Look how big Richie is there with it.
Yes, it got way bigger.
It got way bigger because now you got three guys.
Now you got three grown men sitting there Indian style. I love the way they did that.
But it was fun, and what I liked about that scene is we got everybody together in almost like this moment of calm where everybody could kind of talk a little bit, and even when Sugar and Francie kind of started to get into it, they shut that down pretty quick, and then they were able to go around and everybody to just kind of have a kind of a calming moment. So that was really cool, because this moment doesn't happen in any other situation at this wedding, short of them being underneath a table away from everybody else. Like, you're not all going to be sitting around the bar in a circle and have this conversation.
For me, the power of this moment, and I've said this before, and I took some heat in a previous episode. If you know, you know. You don't, you don't. Like, there comes a point where certain things, and it's not even. Certain times you have to realize that sometimes things aren't about you, and if you can do that, it kind of sometimes can take some pressure off and just lets you be in the moment. And you had all these people around here, and everybody has their own issues here, right? But everybody, and because it was a child, everybody in this moment, except maybe Francie Vacken and Sugar for a bit there, everybody realized that this was about the little girl. This entire moment, it wasn't about any of them. So they all just got there. They were together. They were in the moment. They were doing this, go around the table. They all acted, cordial. Hey, what are we doing under here? Okay, it's about her. And I think sometimes when you realize that, like, hey, you know what? I'm not going to make this about me, and I'm not going to, make this about whatever I have going on. I'm just going to be here in the moment. And it's like everybody did that in this scene. And when everybody just took a second to just let whatever they had going go, it just became like this this calm and like this just super emotional moment. And then of course we had the selfie, which was, you know, the finish for the episode.
Well, just it for this moment.
Yeah. And I just thought it was such a great moment. It's hilarious that when you look at it now, how big the table is, especially this last scene, because now that Richie's sitting down.
It's like way
granted, he's slouching, but there's a good, you know, foot above his head.
And I like too that Richie looked at the photograph when he got home. He looked at the picture when he got home, and he kind of had that feeling of like, at least the way I took it is like, hey, I'm not alone. Because for him, that was a big issue, you know, for a number of seasons about him being alone, and I think he finally realizes that.
Well,
he's not.
that and now he can actually have a little bit of peace because everything that he and Jess talked about, he saw firsthand at the wedding with Frank.
Yeah, and how Frank's
now
just
he's got
trying
like
to hold it.
confirmation.
Well, even
okay.
that speech with you know, Uncle Jimmy was super powerful, talking about the rock garden. You have all these people who are the rocks, and you know, am I out there alone? And then when he talked to him, what if I'm the sand? You know, kind of like I'm the glue that holds everybody together. And even Jimmy was like, oh shit, you know. I mean, what a brilliant speech, incredibly well delivered. But the writing here, and I know like we talked about good writing and stuff like that, but. The performances were all great, but these stories don't get told without incredible writers. So all the credit in the world to the writers who continue to make this show one of the best on television, hands down. Relatable characters, relatable family, and we've all talked multiple times. Like, there's been times where this show has hit way too close to home, you know, and you got to kind of take a moment. You know, I don't know how much emotion's always shown on your face because you never know what to expect from this episode. It's kind of, when it's so up and down, it's hard to really get in the moment sometimes emotionally. But,
yeah.
Well, and then this too. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen.
Well,
but
we've got to talk about this scene.
Claire and Carmy getting nice and close on the dance floor, and them. Now we said when they were on the steps that maybe this was going to be the first conversation leading to another one, or maybe that was kind of it, and then they're just going to be cordial. Well, clearly now we got an answer that it was leading to a potential conversation. Now they talked a little bit, but he was way more open. They were both a little bit more calmer, obviously, and then I think she heard some things and saw something different in Carmy now.
Yeah, well, and just that he's working on himself and he's getting better from a mental standpoint. You know, I mean, he, like we talked about before, he's in no condition to be in a relationship with anybody with all the stuff that he was going through until he figures that out. So
exactly,
I think that's what.
I mean, his personal growth has been so incredible, and especially throughout this season.
Oh, I'd say mostly this season.
And
all this season,
there was a lot of, and again, this was one of my frustrations that I got so invested. Like, you know, it's fiction, but I got so worked up, and you guys have seen it a million times, where I got so angry about Carmy. And, you know, so many times he talked about, I know I need to do better. I know I need to do better. And the more you admit that and don't do anything about it, the more frustrating it gets. And this season he's made that turn. And not for nothing, but, you know, Claire also said, hey, I just finished my residency. Now, I know nothing about the workload or the amount of hours you have to spend in your residency versus, you know, when you get out and you're working. I don't know, but I was wondering if that was kind of like okay, he obviously had the contract rewritten. He's, you know, stepping back a little. The menus change at work.
They have Sundays off.
He's sharing duties. He's got Sundays off. She's done with the residency. Again, you people in the medical field need my shoe. She's going to be busier now, Oak. Yeah. But at least it seemed like this was some sort of fresh start.
Right, because I don't think it's fair to ask, you know, Claire to have to deal with all that while she's going through her residency and she has to deal with, you know, everything Carmy's going through. It's like, it's not her job to fix him. You know, it's like, can she be supportive? Absolutely. But Carmy needs to make that step for himself.
It's being supportive of somebody making positive changes in their own life is key. And I think, you know, anybody with a supportive, you know, family, friends, spouse will understand that. So having the right support system is huge, but you nailed it. At the end of the day, other people can't fix you if you're not making those steps for yourself. You look, it sure as hell doesn't hurt to have a Claire Bear in your corner. But and they, the dancing thing was kind of like, all right, I see where this is going. And then they gave us the lean in to kind of look, any questions anybody had, whether this was a cordial dance, they took it to the next level with the lean in.
In the noses.
And the noses, like two puppies.
Yeah. Hey, it works. And then we actually got a very positive ending here. I am curious now because remember last episode ago, we had a phone call with Carmy and
Shapiro. Yeah.
Carmy first. Great again. Good on Carmy for this is for another day. Didn't even. I wonder if he was even thinking about it here. Probably not because of all the family and everything that was going on.
He was
for
having
him.
those panic attacks.
Yeah,
too.
he was getting there. Yeah. And also, I'm glad that Dee Dee and Carmy had at least that moment. Granted, it was short, and that's okay because sometimes you don't need to have a 30-minute, 1 hour session with
baby
someone.
steps. Yeah.
That was a baby step that was, I think, at least deserved, and then wherever it goes from there, it goes.
Then Richie and Sid come in, and you got something to do in the kitchen. Why don't you get out of here?
They need your help. What a save. What a save.
Big.
Yeah, because at first I wasn't 100% sure if that was an actual save or not because, granted now,
who knows?
Sometimes things are said off screen, right? So is what it is. But again, also too, the conversation between Richie, very mature move for Richie with Frank, because obviously the very easy thing to do is just, I'm going to be 100% asshole here in this moment. Yeah. I'm going to try to pour on as much as I can.
You deal with it. You decided to marry my ex-wife and try to be a stepfather to my kid. Go ahead. Good luck. That's what he could have said.
But I think he also, in this moment, all the concerns, the fear, I don't even want to say concerns, the legit fears that Richie had in those couple sentences, Frank being like, every time she comes back with you, that's all
it was a mirror.
Talk about you. All she does is talk about you. All she does is talk about you. And he realized, like, I'm never going to be replaced. I'm always going to be her dad. This is, look, the new family dynamic is what it is. You're the stepdad, but I'm always going to be the dad, and I'm not going to be replaced. And that's
Frank is actively trying to make sure that he knows I'm not replacing you.
Yeah, he's made it pretty evident the number of times he hugged him and told him he loved him.
Stepdad dance.
He's doing a good job here. So
what a
phenomenal episode. I'm glad that we had this one. And like you said, Oak, for me, brilliant writing, brilliant to see all these characters together. And if you didn't like the episode, hey, good on you. I'm sure if you were to give me an explanation why you didn't like it, I'd probably, cool. Worked for me, though. So,
hey, they all can't be won by 7 or fishes or forks. So,
I loved
what are you going to do?
This was good.
All right,
Something
folks.
that was needed.
Well, thank you for joining us for this one. We got more to come, certainly. So, for Diamond Dave Damone, that's the Appleton Oak. I'm Mason Quinn. This is Bad Medicine. That was The Bear. See you back here for the next one. Got spoiled with that last episode being over an hour.
What is this?
What is this?
Is this another dream?
You gotta be.
And we're back.
This was at the end of season 1 with Carmy.
Oh, that's right.
We're getting ready to cut that with some cutlery that I've had made from a stonemason in Italy. Now, if you don't have the time or resources for that, no worries at all. Just know that your dish will be a complete and utter failure. Pretty much impossible to do at home, and it's almost, pretty pointless for you to even be doing it.
You're gonna then go on to our black truffle. Now you can get that from your local 5-star.
Local.
Let's remember to have fun on
All right.
This had to be interesting to shoot.
Yeah.
Welcome back to Chaos.
Yep. Oh.
This is what we would refer to in the world of cinema as a dream sequence.
Within a dream sequence.
This is interesting.
You could say that again.
bear is growling.
It's going into the upside down.
Thought Pennywise was going to come out of that theater. So we did reference Cher in previous episode. Look at all the bills we're paying.
Hey.
Oh, we're in the black.
Yeah, because we were in the black before.
Oh. Whew.
Hey, Sid.
Hey,
Oh.
hi. How are you?
Good. You?
Oh.
Good.
Oh, his mood's changed.
Yeah, I know that I maybe am not like the best communicator, and I've just been like a little bit back and forth and stuff, and so yeah, I just wanted to say thanks. I can't come work for you or with you, and but I just wanted to say thank you, like, for your patience. Yeah, and I'm sorry about that, and about how much.
You don't have to apologize to me. I'm not the one making a truly idiotic decision.
Oh.
Well, you just made my decision that much easier.
I'm giving you an opportunity to come here and get better and better, and you are choosing to stay on a ship that is literally sinking. Keeping your skill set hovering just above the minimum.
Wow.
Holy shit.
Wow. Whoa. Looks like you made the right decision.
Well, from his standpoint, though, and what he's seeing,
That's still kind of, ouch.
I mean, it is, but it's like the Bears' reputation.
Well, I love you very much.
Ha! Yep.
It's definitely your turn.
What about paper, rock, scissors?
Pops.
7 a.m.
7 a.m.
Pops is an early riser.
Well, maybe like a breakfast type thing.
Yeah, they're waking up at 6 a.m. all the time.
That baby's crushing it and everything.
You know, it's just being a baby.
No, it's acting.
It knows, Dave.
Sophie's delivering.
It's a baby.
I don't think so.
You can't keep it just like that. That's the thing.
Is that even possible?
Probably.
Well, then you just have another one.
Two comes?
Yeah.
You're gonna fuck her up. Okay?
It's true. We gotta act bad.
Yeah. Eggshells at all times.
Oh, all times.
What would she turn out like?
Like you.
I don't know if she wants, exactly like her.
I think he was just saying that he thinks that she's going to be perfect no matter what.
Okay, you, sir, are set for the week.
I really appreciate you doing this.
10 minutes away, I could call a car.
Really love to focus on you. Your turn, please.
I'm good. I mean it.
And the children's aspirin.
We down to 18 hours?
Whew. I need to see the whole clock. God, the amount of work all these folks put in just for the tiniest little piece of stuff.
Yeah.
Is his dad not showing?
That's the vibe I got.
Oh, he's making the decision to go.
Oh.
Yep.
He was just waiting to go.
Who's his dad? Oh, Marcus.
Or see, no. I was hoping he was going to go in the door.
I thought he was really going to do it.
Oh, is that Carmy's book?
Yep, Chef Terry and Chef Carmy.
Yeah, there's got to be another shortcut.
You got everything portioned out and heat high?
Yeah.
All right, well, that's all you can do. When I was,
But how did Sid do it?
When I was Carmy Sue, I'd have to see a Wagyu for him.
Oh, shit.
Like, at first, the pressure sucks, right? You learn to live with it. The challenge actually becomes, can you live without that pressure?
Can you?
I mean, I guess not, because I'm back here working for Carmy again. So.
I like how he said all that.
Will do, Chef.
I'm back here if you need anything.
Thank you, Chef.
Yeah, you got it, Chef.
1988, 2001. I still can't tell the damn difference.
Yeah. Yeah, it was.
What are we gonna do?
Leave it all on the dance floor. 10 hours till service shift.
This is it. This is the last
This is
day.
it.
Yes, Chef.
Boy, Sid waited to the last minute to tell Shapiro no. Oh, the last day at the Bear when they have their chance.
The pressure.
That's what set up the whole episode, is that conversation with Tina for the pressure, probably.
Denmark.
Let us begin.
Denmark. Blood sport. Denmark.
Death touch.
I would not have caught that.
He wasn't blindfolded during the Dimmock. He was blindfolded during the fish thing, but still, it's a blood sport reference.
These are reserve grade.
Fuck yeah, they are.
Yeah, it's an Italian red.
Fuck yeah, it is.
Italy all day.
Mm-hmm.
It's not Skittles, bro, isn't it?
Skittles.
1996.
2001.
Motherfucker. What?
That smells like Skittles.
It's not Skittles, bro. You guys don't.
It smells like Taste of the Rainbow.
And we serve with strength and honor. At my signal, unleash hell.
Gladiator.
We got blood sport and gladiator references.
Good.
My signal, unleash hell. And the Demok. It's a death touch when he breaks the bottom brick.
Oh,
Show us Demok. Death touch. I wonder how many other reactors got that one.
Chef,
Sure. Yeah.
Trays in this. Liza returning.
I thought we were getting a conversation.
I thought he was going to get the can we talk?
See, she's growing. She just learned something new.
Yeah, how many napkins?
A lot. And it is every time with these jag-offs.
Who is that?
That's Carmen's brother, Michael. He was my best friend.
Stack tonight. But it might rain, so we might lose some folks.
That was interesting with her.
The way she looked at it, yeah.
Miss this spot?
Body language.
Sorry about your friend.
Yeah, me too.
Well, it was weird the way Jess asked about Mikey. Almost like she knew him.
Yeah, she said you said something about a photo.
I said something about a photo? I know what she said. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know, was it like a photo that I liked?
I am gonna hurl myself out the window right now.
No, I do. I know it.
The one under the table.
She is fucking driving me insane about this. Go ahead, get it.
You want me to get it now?
Like, hold down the fort. Yeah, it's hopeful. Thank you, Chef.
Wonderful. Thank you, Chef. It's never over with her.
Nothing is over. Nothing.
I was waiting for one of these. It's been a minute. It's been a minute.
Bestest. This is my first job.
You didn't go inside?
You think that's fucked up?
Did you want to go inside?
No.
I don't think that's fucked up.
That's fair perspective.
Yeah.
It's so weird. Chef Carmen's mind, they're just flow behind. Whoa.
Where's your first job?
See here.
Right. With Michael.
Yeah, and then when he died, I just kept coming in.
That's your sister.
It's a work in progress.
Was it weird being back in Chicago?
Ah, okay.
Even Luca.
Yeah.
I think as I came here to address things and not run away from things, it's made me appreciate it.
So you gonna visit more?
Yeah, I might. You gonna hire me?
Is it just you and Carm?
No, it was me, T, Marcus, Ibra. Yeah, Carmen already disappeared.
Were you happy you came back?
So you gonna tell me about that? Or what?
Oh.
What you got for me?
Sauvignon Blanc, Hourglass, Napa. I'm just thinking about that feeling where if everything in your life feels like it's a mess, and your work probably does too.
You could also say that our work tastes the way it does because we go through that mess to get there. That makes sense?
Luca, just with all sorts of perspective this episode.
It's dropping knowledge for everybody.
Then I'm fucked.
Tina, Marcus.
Man, the bouncing back between everyone was actually a very unique process there. I enjoyed it. But like we were talking, like everyone's family, Luca. He's got
a thing with his sister. Yeah.
Carmy's in a very beat up van.
But it's a sport.
That's what counts.
Sport wagon, sport van.
It's a muffler.
Sport wagon.
Sport wagon, yeah.
How's work?
I got thrown up on twice today.
Good.
Yeah.
Is he sick?
Nervous wreck.
I've been there.
Have you? Have you been there?
More than you know.
I gotta go. My break's almost over.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
Later.
Am I the only one that thinks that she's actually perfect for him? Just because of the history she knows and has. She has shared experiences.
They didn't say I love you. They just said later.
Sorry, I just wanted to say I think it's so amazing that you're going to see her. Really hard for you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for saying that.
I was calling you to say...
I was going to call you back to tell you something I probably should have told you every day when I could have.
But you don't need to apologize.
Say it!
I think you're wonderful.
Well, that, but...
And?
Come to the restaurant.
Then go find my sweatshirt.
Deal.
Guys, they're not ready to be throwing around the L word yet.
Yes,
Shut
they are.
The fuck up.
Yes, they
Not
are.
Yet.
This guy, oh my God, dude. This fucking guy couldn't tell you what a relationship looks like if it slapped him in the fucking face.
This face?
Yes, that face.
Did I share too much
Too much of what?
about my life?
What are you trying to ask me? Honesty is sanity.
Yeah. And scary.
Yeah, it takes courage. It's inspiring.
Richie.
I was happy that he came back. I thought that he was mad at me. I guess I
Blaming
thought that he
him?
was ashamed of me.
You ever ask him?
No, fuck.
Had a good fight,
no.
though.
Right, and he never asked you.
Refrigerator.
A tie.
Oh, I missed a spot?
That's okay. That's okay. We'll there's momentum.
Yeah.
There's momentum.
I'm really sorry, Margie. Thank you for being understanding. Okay, bye.
She's doing her mom's thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, damn, it works.
Move swiftly, but you're never in a rush.
What do you mean? Neil.
That means I love you, I think.
No, this means come here. No, you're not in trouble, but what is the shit that you're doing with your hands? You are very, very nice. Just relax. Be yourself. You guys, can we have the room for a second? All right, thanks, team.
Yo, Rich, do you need me right now?
Absolutely not.
Nope.
Absolutely.
Teddy.
I think they all think I'm a stupid fucking idiot.
This is your fucking house. They feel intimidated, and then we make them feel a little bit more comfortable. It's not the other way around, all right?
The glue. He's the sand. Keeps it all together.
You're beautiful. Chef, fuck you.
Chef.
Oh, green.
Hi, computer.
No, you don't just show green, then computer, and then cut away.
Cut to the spoons.
Am I nuts? Does this look like great?
It's better. It's better. You cut resources, people, ingredients. And may God bless Robot Charles. You were right about Marcus. Smart to keep him.
Nobody fucks with Marcus.
Nobody.
Table checks are more robust, and social media
Do you have social media?
burners.
Burners.
Where are we?
Consistent growth, a positive, and you survived the review.
That's fine, right?
You win a lot of championships with Fine?
Carm locked the menu.
Congratulations on making sense.
We got a day left on the parachute.
How inspiring. What then?
It's what we bring in every night.
Oh.
We have a reduced menu.
Shook.
We can cover both.
How long can you pay him?
At this level, we can operate.
Tiny umbrellas that fits in your pocket and the rain goes right around.
We can keep going.
According to this data, sure, but that's not the right question.
Like, just surviving isn't making it.
Why would you keep going?
Because we fucking love it.
That's it right there.
Yeah. I mean, that's how computers looking at it. Everything is ones and zeros, and
Well, that's why you get a guy like that.
yep. Oh.
Come on.
Oh, we don't even get the reveal of Carmy seeing Dee Dee.
Yeah, well,
boy.
what another episode. A lot happened.
Yeah.
That felt like 5 minutes, of course, per usual.
But they put in a ton for just being 38-ish, 35-ish minutes, whatever it was, because they were jumping around a lot with all of our different characters.
Yeah.
That one with Sid in the very beginning with Shapiro, like, look, I can understand where Shapiro's coming from, right? He's trying to put this it's probably a multi-million-dollar business he's thrown together. He feels like he gave Sid the keys to the kingdom and I think he thought he was just waiting for Sid to break it off with the bear. And especially after the conversation Computer had with Suge, Shapiro's like, look, what are you doing? This is sinking ship. You're not going to make it here. I gave you a chance, the opportunity to presumably, work at what will be one of the best restaurants in Chicago with funding that doesn't seem to be an issue. So from where he's coming from, I mean, I think we got to cut him the littlest bit of slack in terms of he tried to be very accommodating to Sid.
He was accommodating.
Yep.
But I don't know if you want to go to the extent of burning bridge. Like, if he hung up and then said that, then...
I think he was being real with her.
No, he was, and they have a friendship, right? So I get he had a comfortability to say that because he was angry.
Yeah,
but again, this to me that was kind of a burning of a bridge. So it's like did we both want to get there?
Pretty fucking tacky.
Yeah, I mean, it was, but he's but I think again in this business, can you afford to play with people with kids' gloves? I think he was being real, like, hey, if you stay there, odds are this is what's going to happen. It's going to go under and your skills are stagnating, whatever. That's what he feels. Now, again, I know it sounds like I'm defending him. I'm just thinking we need to cut him a little bit of slack given everything that's on the line. Multi-million-dollar business. Sid was the one kind of holding everything up. That's what he was waiting for. Now he's got to scramble and try to figure out something else. It was never going to be a good conversation between these two. The length of time that Sid waited, I think, to give him an answer, I think it was always going to end up going this way.
Yeah, this guy's got $1 million restaurant and a fucking broom closet to operate the business out of. This guy's not.
There are questions with that. Absolutely.
It's like, okay, so he's. I think it was tacky. I think I agree with Diamond Dave when he hangs up the phone, motherfucker, rah, 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 rah. But you don't. Oh, you're an idiot. Didn't he say that? Didn't he say you're an idiot?
I don't know if he said an idiot, but what got me is the comment of, "Oh, you're."
I'm
really
not
limited.
one making. That's what I wanted to say. I'm very sorry.
And then you don't have to.
I'm not the one making a truly idiotic decision. Oh, that's professional, Shapiro. I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure that tone will work well with all the rest of your employees and whatever else. Like
to your point on that, Dave. Remember how Chef Terry's when he saw the smudge on the window. He was Carmy. He was just going off. Well, he was an asshole. Just going off the rails. So to your point, if he's treating Sid like this, are we going to see more of him at Ever? Go off the handle.
Yeah, he's a real nice guy when he wants to go, hey, you're going to have this, you're going to have this, you're going to have this. Hey, I made the other decision. All right, idiot. He didn't call her an idiot, said he's making an idiotic decision.
Well, and then he did lay out the reasons behind it. Like I said, I mean, it's a big multi-million-dollar thing to be resting on Sid. And then...
Well, there's no guarantee that his is going to last.
No, not at all. Restaurants?
So restaurants, as a lot of you have told us, you worked in the space. You probably had a lot of you probably already know how tough it is to be in a restaurant.
But I just never
business.
I never thought that this was going to go well when Sid,
would
clearly,
right? Because there was months,
there's so much time,
weeks.
But
still, the thing that got me was like, hey, you're never going to grow there. That was like, come on, like these guys are always pushing each other, which he has no idea how that truly is there. Like how can he guarantee that she's going to grow? I know he laid out some options, but
and again, I think we would have to be heavily relying on what we interpret off screen of what they're doing here. But we've been pretty limited with what we've seen out of this place outside of it's a massive space with a very small closet for all the business decisions. So that's all we really know. Yeah, he's bringing in a ton of cash. He's got to have the stone-fired pizza thing. He's got it all.
Well, just
set
think
up.
If it's millions. Just think how much he has to make to pay that back.
Got to bring
and again, it's a restaurant, so it's tough.
It's like Rob Reiner's character said: "Stay small, stay lean."
Yeah, he's going big again. I just didn't like the way he handled it. Look, I agree. I think it was going to be an uncomfortable conversation. either way.
Yes.
But look, it's always an uncomfortable conversation when you get offered something and you have to you turn down an offer that you think is gracious because you have to tell somebody, well, like, I appreciate, I've been there. It's like, oh, hey, this and this, and maybe it's, a better situation than where you're at on paper, and you have to look at it. You have to call them back and be like, hey, sorry, I just had to make a decision that was best for me. And you hope they say, okay, well, we understand, best of luck moving forward. And then you go one way or the other, if things change down the road and, maybe we can, revisit this conversation at a different time. I don't know what things were with Shapiro and what that relationship is like. Look, am I going to say he completely burned a bridge? No, look, I think if this is completely hypothetical, I know we're a fictional world, but in something like this, if things did go bad with the bear, I'm sure he would hear about it word of mouth. If he was looking for a chef, maybe he would call her. Maybe he would be, holding a grudge and not call her. Maybe she could reach out and say, hey, look, at this point in my life, because she didn't really have a chance to explain it, right? Like, hey, look, these are the people.
She held back some.
These are the people that I consider family. And I understand that there's a lot of differences between where I'm at right now and where you're at. And I appreciate the opportunities that you've offered me. And I think that you have a great thing going. But for right now, for me, this is where I need to be at. And I think, look, in Shapiro's defense and everybody's defense all the way around, Sid did drag it out quite a bit.
Both parties
on both sides, and they, and they both showed a lot of patience. On the flip side, look, she's a young individual. We know that financially she's not, at this super spot. Look, she's living out on her own, and she's trying to make ends meet. She talked about that. We saw the $900 in her bank account, which
and her credit score was like 540,
580. Ben, both of them. It's not a great spot to be in. And when you have a job, when you're in that spot and you have a job, and somebody offers you something big, sometimes you're it almost puts you on guard a little bit. Like, okay, maybe I should just stay where I'm at and be comfortable. But I agree with you. Shapiro had the right to be maybe a little upset that this dragged out a little bit longer. But, you could say the same thing about Carmy. Jimmy was like, hey, look at the fucking contract, But I just don't think saying I'm not the one making a truly idiotic decision and you're in a sinking ship. It's like, weren't you saying a handful of episodes ago, oh yeah, I heard great things about the bear, blah, 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 or whatever he was saying, you're in a sinking, you're in a sinking ship.
Well, and at the end of the day, the irony of Sid having this conversation happening on what's potentially the Bears' last shift. She said no to Shapiro on what could be the Bears' last day if things don't go well. And like Computer said, yeah, you might survive, you might scrape by, you might be able to do whatever to Sugar, but what's the point in doing that? You don't get into this business to break even. And Jimmy didn't get into this business.
That's the big question, because Computer asked Sugar if she could pay her employees. How long can you pay them for? And she was confident that they can make ends meet. Now we also have to ask the question, at some point we got to start paying back Jimmy. Mm-hmm. So it's one thing if you can make ends meet, you got fronted a whole lot of money.
That's built into the plan, right? Because they said, however many episodes ago, they laid out the plan of hey, in X amount of years, this will be paid. So I got to imagine that's all still
worked in. Yeah.
But
but still, one little thing goes wrong. What if they blow a stove and it's $5,000 for a new one? That stuff happens.
That stuff happens. Look, what if they?
Just add it to the bill.
Yeah.
Jimmy will get
it's like an F1 when they were crashing cars all the time. I mean, that's money.
And look, Computer seems like he's very. Obviously, they call him Computer. So from a restaurant standpoint, okay, if you need to make a lot more money, how do we do that? We can only shave so much on costs. We can only put so many people in the restaurant at night. You can only charge so much for prices. So where do you take...
We talked about that ceiling.
The ceiling. How do you, just increase your profits over and over and over? Now, we're still waiting on the star. Now, whether getting that star means also you can jack your prices up maybe 15, 20%. I don't know how that works at all. What if they get the star and then all of a sudden they're booked out at 100%? And they can do that. Look, what if they get the star and then all of a sudden all these people want to be stages there, and the next thing you know, They've got
labor they need.
Their labor cost goes down. Their efficiency goes up. I think there's a lot of things that could happen. So it's not all bad.
Yeah, and the excuse me, the scene that really surprised me in this one was one with Marcus and his dad. I really thought, with everything that Luca was saying, everything with Sid and everything that happened in the last couple of episodes, I really thought Marcus would maybe go in and at least give his dad a shot, because if they gave us any kind of background on him and his dad, I know it was really brief, but it's like
not a ton.
They didn't give me enough to where I'm like, well, yeah, if you don't want to do it, I get it. They haven't really given us why Marcus has the feelings that he has for his dad. So for me as the viewer, I've kind of have a hard time being like, well, why don't you just go in and have a cup of coffee? Like, what's going on?
Well,
I don't know why.
This is nice setup, though, to give us an answer to that eventually. Right. And I hope and I'm sure they're going to make it make sense for when that time comes, or if the time comes, I guess. Because Luca and them kind of touch slight base on it, but they have done a pretty good job of keeping you on the hook for him and his dad. I really thought he was going to go here too, but I was kind of surprised with the turnaround given the events and all the talks that everyone's kind of had. So.
Yeah, and there's only 2 more episodes this season, so I really thought this would be the moment, because I've loved Marcus's character and the arc that he's had has been great, but this one just feels a little odd in that they're not letting us know why he's.
There will be a payoff.
Well, I think it could be a number of reasons. Look, we know that he just didn't have a good relationship with his dad. That could be a number of things, right? But as far as not walking in there, that could be, maybe he's scared. Maybe he's scared of meeting him, and the dad isn't who he thought he would be, or maybe he thinks dad wants to get breakfast and see him once a year, and he doesn't want to put himself out there to be hurt. So there's a lot of different reasons why somebody would or wouldn't walk in. And I thought Luca's, what he said was couldn't have been any more perfect, because it wasn't like, you're making this big mistake or you should have just done it anyhow. It's like you just went with your gut.
And you didn't feel it.
And look, they've showed that his dad has been, relatively persistent. And if you're a father who's really trying to connect with your son, and you were there and he didn't show up, what you do is you just be like, hey, you know what? Same time next week, I'm going to be there having breakfast. If you want to come by, great. And look, if I'm the dad, I go there every week, same time, and just say, hey, if you want to come. And just and let it be Marcus's decision. And not necessarily, hey, meet me here at this time, and that's when we have to meet.
Yeah, because I'm sure Marcus, the one thing that I do know about their relationship is that Marcus's dad wasn't there at all when his mother was dying, so that right there, I guess that's obviously a huge reason, so I don't want to discount that, certainly, but I think that must be the big catalyst for it.
Well, there was obviously events that led up to it. Again, to my knowledge, from what I can remember in this moment, so correct us if we're wrong here, is that it's just been little tidbits of the text messages and him having some emotions towards it. And I think we're getting at a nice build to a moment with these two at some point. Because, again, he's sitting right there.
Yeah.
He walks up.
Thinking about it.
Turns around and goes. So I got to believe with the way they've been paying off with a lot of things here, we get at some point something, and I'm not saying the conversation has to go well, but at least a meetup so we can at least get to see who it is. Because part of me was like, what if it's Lenny James?
That would have been something.
Well, because all the star power they've been getting, Lenny James would be fantastic.
Yeah. Mason Quinn, what does your relationship, Quinn, say about the conversation we had between Richie and Jess?
Richie and Jess, I think that Jess is the advice that Richie needs, and she's always setting him straight. Is there something relationship-wise there? Maybe, but Jess is very straightforward. What's the word I'm looking for? Like, she's not a very emotional character. She's very flat emotion-wise. So for me, it's a little bit difficult to read if she would be a good fit for Richie or not, if those two would eventually work out. I think they're teasing it a little bit, but I don't want it to seem forced. Like, again, just because Richie goes and works with the restaurant, that Jess, and she's there to teach him things and help him learn. I don't think there always has to be a relationship, a romantic relationship between the characters. I think she can do a lot for Richie and already has, with mountains of advice from what we've seen, as well as helping him with his, work in the restaurant industry, that I think it's okay if there's not a romantic thing there. You don't always have to have that.
Diamond Dave, let's check the tape here. Jess's look when Richie walks away is short. It was quick. Got it. She's smiling. They're very close. Very good body language. She's looking down. She's looking up. She's smiling. He leaves and no, just play it for another
I thought that says a lot right there.
Just let it just one more second.
What does that mean?
See, that was it. It didn't change.
When
what are you talking about, Oak? Her face didn't change from the time when Diamond Dave stopped.
When women go online and say, "Why don't men get the hints that we throw out there?" Fucking let them know in the you know what? I
just don't see why you're so obsessed with making every time there's a man and a woman on screen and they're like helping each other in some situation, you immediately think it has to be romantic.
I don't see how fucking blind you could possibly be when they write a man and a woman into the story and they slowly build chemistry and you're just so like, oh guys, if we're at work, we got to focus on work.
Well, HR would have a field day with this. You can't be doing Diamond Dave, what do you think? Do you think that it necessarily has to be something romantic between these two, or is Jess just a legit good mentor for Richie?
No. Well, does it have to be? No. But are they writing it that way? Currently, yes. To me, they are writing that way, writing it to a romantic relationship.
They're leading to that point.
But if you take it outside these characters, if you take it into another multiverse of this, do they have to be in a relationship? No. But right now, we're living in the now, and the now is telling us that she has interest in Richie. Richie has interest in her, which is why he brought up, hey, did I say anything unprofessional? You only say that if, one, you felt that you may have potentially made her uncomfortable.
The bounds at work.
Or that. Or two, you have you may want to proceed in seeing where something could go because you're getting a vibe that she's putting out and he's not 100% certain yet.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up just real quick before we bounce back to him, because I'm in the moment thinking about it right now. When she was asking about Mikey, that was a very interesting scene, and I thought her facial expressions or kind of what she was saying to Richie about Mikey was interesting. I almost thought, I'm like, holy shit, does Jess know who Mikey is? And she's trying to figure out what his relationship is with the bear or the beef or whatever.
So the way I took it, and I'm going to go back here after I say my 2 cents here and it may change, but the way I took it from what I remember is that she's very emotionally intelligent. So when he said what he said about Mike, and she picked up on it right away, like, oh, I don't know where to go with this yet, but I'm going to kind of weed it out to see if I can still talk about it and see if he's comfortable about it. Or, hey, I'll just shut it down. We don't need to go there yet until you're ready if you ever want to talk about it. That's kind of how I took it.
Okay.
Could be wrong. I need to go back more.
It was interesting the way she looked at the picture.
I took it very much as she looked at the picture and said, who is that? And he said, he was my best friend. At that age, at our age, generally speaking, it takes a massive blowout or a death to not be best friends with people. Mm-hmm. It's not a matter of...
he was my best friend.
And the look on Richie's face, and she knew immediately.
She knew.
That, she's been there how long? She's never seen this guy. He's never been around. He said he was my best friend. She knew immediately what happened. It wasn't like, oh, that was my buddy Mikey. We were friends. He moved. It's like he was my best friend. And that the tone in his voice told her everything she needed to hear, which is very difficult to hear. And
see right there, she kind of did the.
I think did that like hard.
And I think, look, you're right. She's incredibly emotionally intelligent. And I think she's learned a lot about Richie, probably has a lot of questions about Richie. Look, she knows that there's a delicate relationship between him and Carmy. And when
Yes, immediately change the subject. To
When
stacked.
she's probably like, oh Jesus, the guy lost his best friend. So I think she's sensitive to that. But look, I get where you're coming from an HR standpoint, and like, look, we have a good thing going with the restaurant. Like, she's obviously like an incredibly integral component to the success of this restaurant. They have proven that. And now we have the other two gentlemen there as well, who they all work together at Ever. If Richie and her start in a relationship and things go bad,
then what?
Somebody's got to go. I mean, you can work together. Does she leave? If she leaves, do the other two guys leave? What happens there? It could throw a giant wrench into whatever. That being said, as adults, I don't know, how long do you, if they're both single, which we don't even know for her case, I don't know if they ever, just
I'm pretty sure
put it straight out there that she is. But as adults, how many nights a week do we spend time with each other, flirt, enjoy each other's time, and just bury the fact that
Becky Lynch, Seth Rollins, they make it work. Hunter,
bury the fact that
made it work.
Bury the fact that you have attractions for each other, and just say, hey, how many times in the real world, how many times have two people who have both been single and available attracted to each other be like, well, just
in the workplace?
Can't do it. We work together. Can't have anything happen.
Well, unless you go to a Coldplay concert, then
that's true. A Coldplay concert, but different. But in this case,
totally different. They were both in relationships. I just said that people got to be single.
There's a massive difference between working at a place like the Bear, where literally every person matters, and we saw when Sid was gone, it's a huge deal when they're gone, to working at a large corporate office where you can literally replace 100 people in a day and it doesn't matter, and that's how they look at it.
Yeah,
Bear is totally different.
I agree with you.
That's to be considered, to go along with your point of the difficulties of if not to work out, whatever.
I just think I think they made it blatantly obvious with that.
That one they smacked us in the face with. That one.
Fucking guy.
I don't know about that.
I don't know how much more
comments.
Okay, well, Quinn, you are entitled to your opinion.
I mean, if she would if when
respect.
Richie was maybe fixing her tie or whatever, if she would grab a hold of him and plant one on his lips, then maybe I could go along with what you're saying.
So you need to get really beat over the head for this.
Wow, you got to see it.
Guy has no ability to read nonverbal cues whatsoever.
Well, we all have our weaknesses, don't we?
By the way, speaking of love, Claire and Carmy here, really excited here, folks, to see that there's a lot of hope for these two. And I was really thinking he was going to call, or they were going to say, I love you, but they pretty much said it without saying it. Go get my sweater, and then you could tell me you're Harvard. She said that
You're
there.
Wonderful.
But I'm happy because I was going really back and forth a lot, right? No, it's not going to work. It's ending. Oh, there's hope. This gave me even more hope, so now I'm going to stay on that train until I get punched in the face of it is over. At least for me, I'm excited because, again, how special is it, real world or not, and I'm sure there are a lot of folks out there in the real world who've maybe been in this realm, where Carmy, probably 10 out of 11 women would run away knowing the family history and how he is.
Oh, yeah.
Right? She grew up.
You woke up cooking in the middle of the night.
Experiences. She shares memories with his family and him. A lot of their friends are all close together.
Yeah.
And to me, it just works. Carmy is now finally in a better spot where she is definitely starting to see those changes, and now she's going to open back up. Again, I just think it's a unique and special place for these two with all the history that they have.
Yeah, I mean, there's very few people in this world that would be able to tolerate Carmy and everything that comes along with them, and Claire
she's like a godsend for him.
Yeah. Well, I think we're kind of over. I don't want to skip over it. I know we've gone really long on this one. But I think the biggest moment of the episode is the one that we haven't talked about, which was during this time when Computer's talking to Sugar about this is it. The parachute's running out. You got one day. Carmy wasn't even there. He was bringing the box of pictures to Mom. Mm-hmm. So we've gone through this entire thing of Carmy and his personal growth and his personal development and him doing all these things he needs to do for himself with the restaurant set aside. Yeah. Just a complete 180 to what he was before.
Out of there.
Jimmy's there. And
that was an interesting shot, by the way, of Jimmy pacing through the fence.
Jimmy's there.
That's not good.
Computer's there. And where is Carmy? Carmy's off delivering those box of pictures to his mom. So, I mean, if you want to talk about a shift in where we're going here.
Which, by the way, that was already planned in the morning, right? Because Nat was telling Pete, like, oh, mom's wanting these photos that Carmy Taylor about. So.
And look, the Jimmy pacing could have been for a couple things. Look, I'm sure he knew what computer was going to tell her. Like, hey, they're in the green, so whatever. And look, maybe Jimmy's pacing because he's nervous because now there's a bigger decision to be made. You know, where do we want to go with this?
Because it's an easy decision. If they're losing money, it's easy to say, well, shut it down.
And if all of a sudden, look, they skyrocketed, but they're in the green, but they're not. I mean, they still have questions whether you can afford your payroll, that's a tight spot to be.
Considering Luca's working for free. Yeah. Well, like one of the best chefs in the world working for free.
Well, and I think I'm hoping because we saw a computer come in, right? And then they were doing the edit so great there where it was like a machine gun. And then you saw that quick little uptake of a green line. Now, granted, it just got there last day.
Yeah.
So now I'm curious. I would love to hear a computer be like, all right, if you keep this pace right now, in 3 months, we're triple where we're at right now. Like just something like that. But instead they kind of kept him, computerized and just saying, leading to that, what makes you want to keep doing?
What if Ibra and the boys at the beef
when they expand?
Get their new oven.
When they expand into their.
I mean, guys, we literally are talking about an oven. They're working on one oven. So how much more could they produce with a second oven?
They're only open for 2 hours.
2 hours a day. They're not doing a dinner shift. Hey guys, what if we get a second
Can you imagine how big like a bar shift would be for them?
A second delivery robot.
At like midnight to 2.
A second delivery robot, a dinner shift, because they talked about it.
They praised the robot, Charlie, right? Charlie the robot.
I have faith.
Yeah. Well, I think the big solution for them is they should follow what a lot of the taverns in northern Wisconsin do. They should just put in gambling machines at the Bear.
Well, they did have some of the games and some of that.
But that's a whole thing in Wisconsin right now. There's restaurants and bars and stuff getting denied the gambling machines, and it's hot news in Wisconsin right now, folks.
Oh, is it? I need to get off the editing machine and take in some news.
I'll send you a link.
They have people applying for them, getting denied, renewals getting denied. It's
folks,
a thing.
Only 2 more to go.
I can't believe it. And then we're caught up with y'all.
Then we're all caught up.
And then we gotta wait.
We get to wait
then
together.
We gotta wait.
Yeah. So we'll see how that goes.
So spoiled over here.
Folks, for Diamond Dave Damone, that's the Appleton Oak. I'm Mason Quinton. This is Bad Medicine. That was the Bear. What a ride it is going to be.